Welcome back to the DC-3. This is the cargo variant, and I just wanted to show you what it's like to do a little GTFO run in the DC-3. So we're just going to click Get Cargo. We'll do a freight run, and we're going to go to Fiji Island. So we'll just load job and confirm. Once you load job and confirm, the rest is automatic. We got about 29 seconds. Now this is going to be probably different once we have the actual VOPI for the DC-3. I'm right now using the one from the Dornier. So the only thing that should be different is the amount of time it takes to actually go through this process. All right, so we're all good. It's going to give us a map, which I'm then going to minimize, and let's just take the brakes off, and we're going to taxi. Lights on. We'll taxi to the runway, put the flaps down, gear down, flaps down, taxi to runway 36. And why don't we just do a nice rolling takeoff here. Now with the flaps down, it doesn't take much to get off the ground. You got plenty of lift. Plane's nice and slow too, so you can really maneuver it. I scripted this plane so that you don't really need to use much rudder to do a fairly tight turn. It kind of does it all by itself. We're going to put the gear up, flaps up. Now the levers are showing. Gear up, flaps up. And we'll just get our throttle to about 80%. We're going to climb to, oh, not too high. Maybe about 150, 200. That's pretty good. Around 150 above sea level there. I'm just going to turn south. Try to straddle these parcels as we go down south towards Fiji. I'm going a little quick, mainly because I just wanted to show you how fast it'll go. This is full throttle. We get about 240 knots, 240 knots, which is just about VNE for this aircraft. Now that in Second Life will correlate to about 1/10 of the number as expressed in meters per second. So if you see 240, somewhere around 22, 24 meters a second. So right now we're doing about 19 meters a second, which is just about right. So if you're carrying a lot of passengers and you want them to go slow on something, maybe just keep it 70% throttle. We're doing about 16 meters a second, as you can see on our airspeed indicator. Yeah, this is pretty rough estimate, you know. These are simulations of analog instruments. But certainly if you're alone, if you really want to, go ahead and just go wide open throttle. Why not? So we're getting pretty close to our destination here. I'm going to actually drop the flaps and the gear. Now when you have the flaps down, it's going to give you extra lift, but it'll also cut some of your speed. So you might have to compensate with extra throttle. But Not too much, because the plane is fairly forgiving when it comes to stuff like that. I'm not all that familiar with Fiji, so I'm just gonna overfly the airfield once, make sure I know exactly where we're going. And as I recall, Fiji's got 2 sims, and the runways are not on the same sim as the GTFO hub. So this is the GTFO hub sim that's right in front of us. That's the one. So we'll try to park somewhere in there, and just gonna have a look at the runway. There's one that's out of service, the one that has the X there. So let's just get into a little left-hand pattern for this one. I'm gonna cut the throttle down to about 60%. We'll get a little bit less altitude. Let's just make a big turn around this palm tree, and then we'll come in. Now, if you want to make a real tight turn, you're going to have to pull up on the stick just a little bit. But I like to use my rudder too. That's holding down the mouse button as you turn, so. Down to about 50%, which is just about right. And we want to try to bisect that line right between our red light indicators there. That should be just about right. Almost 97, not too bad. Flaps up. I had left the lights on, I think, so I'll just turn them off. And let's go into the next sim and deliver our cargo. Alright, now we've arrived. All we have to do is deliver the cargo. So we're just gonna come to a stop. We choose deliver, and then it all happens automatically again, so. Pretty easy stuff. Now I would probably just do the return leg at this point, but I think I'll stop the video once we're finished with our unload here. Okay, there we go. So, hope you had fun. I'll see you next time.